I think that when you begin a budget in any organization that has public safety in it, you begin there, because that is without question the top responsibility of government. Is you make sure that you have a proper law enforcement professional readiness plan, and you fund it. You fund it appropriately. Certainly the services that the sheriff sells to cities should be paid for appropriately, so that no one. Well, I think that in terms of fiscal responsibility, we haven't touched on the issue of taxes. Certainly, this is not a time with 1 out of every 12 people being out of work on average in Broward County, where we should be looking to raise taxes. At the same time, though, I think that within the tax structure that we have right now, there's certainly the ability to spend more wisely, to spend in a way that will create a greater ability to get
Tell us about your opponents.
No.
Any other issues?
Was the closure of the libraries on weekends. I think that there's, that there was an insufficient effort at this particular time when families can't go away, when families need, recreation that is inexpensive and other issues, to keep libraries open on weekends and parks as well. I think it was almost unfortunate that the decision was made to do that. I would look for ways to keep that alive versus spending on other areas that really don't add to the agenda. You go to West Park or Northwest, it's unsustainable. And so what we did was we went to our partners in labor and we sat down with them and we discussed the realities of it. They acknowledged, and they're helping us now during a time when government can't do for them. They're helping us, and that is the way urgency of resolving issues. And in order to do that, a number of things are going to have to happen. First thing is that the county is going to have to heal the many fractures that we have with our cities. Right now, that relationship has never been worse. We have to establish public trust in government, which has been shattered by events. We have to tackle, and the way to do that is by tackling problems earnestly and solving them, and getting and measuring the results and reporting out to people, and focusing on the things that are important to the residents and the businesses in this community in order to lift us up out of this cloud of economic difficulty.
Let me go back.
You're asking me specific questions because my opponents don't have specific answers for that. I have very specific answers for that. Economic development works basically on two premises. Either you create demand that doesn't currently exist and seize the economic value of creating that demand, or you import it from somewhere else. I think we need to do both. For example, in the area of tourism, I'm on the Tourist Development Council. Tourism in Broward County is down 30%. Now it's down significantly everywhere in the United States right now. But that doesn't mean that Broward County's tourism has to be down 30%. There are things that visitors want to do when they're on vacation. They want more options for families. They want, and I think that we can make ways to create attractions, particularly in some of our underutilized regional parks, that will bring them in. Water parks, different things that families can take advantage of that will create jobs and create more tourist viability. I am a strong believer in staycations. You've got any number of families right now that can't afford to go away. If you go on 595 near University, you'll now see a new billboard that's up that says, "Your summer, your beach, get a room." That's a work that I've been working on for quite some time in order to do staycations, to offer Broward families discounts at Beach Hill. Broward County Commission is, right now, when the answer to every question is no, or let's not do anything, in order to, because it's so much more politically convenient to say no to things. You can always defend no better than yes. nothing can happen.
Tell me about the bond program. They issue these collateralized small business.
I'll tell you what, the banks are sitting on a bunch of money. They say that they're broke. A lot of the money is ours. They won't lend. I've got small businesses that want to expand, that want to create jobs, that want to drive the economy forward, and they can't get loans. If they don't do it, I think we should. I think that what the county should do is issue a bond issue, collateralized on the healthy reserves that the county has. However, I think it should be tax neutral in the following sense: it should be properly collateralized, and it should be tied to employment opportunities for Broward County residents. We've got right now a 12% unemployment rate that's reported. We know that those numbers are always lowballed. So in certain communities that I would hope to represent, like West Park and Northwest Hallandale and Pembroke Park and East Miramar, that number is actually much higher. We should target loans to help small businesses and existing businesses to do business and to expand economic opportunity, properly collateralized so that it can be brought back in if banks won't do it. Now, the minute the county does that, they'll get phone calls from banks saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" I said, "Well, we're doing the job that you should be doing. Go out and issue some loans."